What's going on, guys? Matt Schaeffer back here with another Musaic radar and laser job for you. This one is a OEM stealth in a 2024 Audi RS6, and this one is super stealth, so let's go ahead and check it out. Starting with the front, obviously this is a super easy car when it comes to the front because the whole grille is gloss black. So essentially we have 4 sensors here in the front, including a Escort red line radar receiver. So essentially looking at the grille, you really have no clue what we added or what we didn't add. Right up here is going to be our radar receiver. There's 2 of these pods from the factory. One of these was being used, one was not. So we mounted our Escort radar receiver right behind here. Again, it's the red line. And then we have 4 shifters. So we have an AL priority RX, TX, TX right here, and another RX. So it's going to cover the whole front with 4 shifters, 2 TX, 2 RX from AL priority. The reason we use 2 different units is we have a lot of success fully getting the best coverage when we use the Escort. Redline for radar has the best filtering for radar, the least amount of falsing we've found. When it comes to laser shifting, even though we have done full Escort Redline 360 systems already, and they do test very good, we have done a lot of the AL priority as well, and we've never had any issues with the AL priority when it comes to defeating harder guns like the Dragon Eye. So the laser shifters that you see there are perfectly when it comes to defending the front with any kind of gun, including any variable pulse rate like the Dragon Eye. I will overlay a video here shortly after I show you the back of this thing in full action. Now, when it comes to the back is always a little bit more difficult in most cars. However, we came up with a really cool concept on this one. We utilized the same shape design in making a pod as the rear taillight. So if you see the taillight and you see it extend and it goes to that black, that's actually the shifter pod that we created. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get on camera just to get that reflection, but you can kind of see there the bottom of the pod slopes perfectly with the taillight, and then this line that goes all the way over the hard line extends into our pod. So again, might be kind of hard to see what's going on, but we have a RX, TX, TX, RX on the back. So 4 more shifters on the rear, so the rear can fully defend against any kind of variable pulse rate gun. Then we have our rear Escort receiver, radar receiver right here in the center. So that makes up the rear. And right now I'll show you the video of this thing defending against the guns. All right, so this is gonna be pass 1 with the Dragon Eye. As you can see there, we got absolutely nothing. Every time you hear a click, it's going to give you a 0 reading. All right, so this is going to be pass 1 of the rear using Dragon Eye. Trying to get a lock, nothing. No lock, 0. So this is going to be pass 2 of the front. Wait for it to get over 20 miles an hour. Again, that's 0. So shooting at the headlights, shooting at the pillars, shooting at the top of the windshield, 0 reflections on that, 0 reading. All right, so this is going to be shooting the rear, pass 2. Absolutely nothing, 0s across the board. Another pass on the front, should be pass 3. Just clicking. Nothing, just dashes. All right, it's going to be pass 3 on the rear. Again, 0s on the rear. So front and rear fully protected by Dragon Eye, confirmed with this ALP setup. So this is going to give you the view of the inside. He's going to hit me from behind here in a second. You're going to see how it's going to react.
Dragon Eye, behind.
All right, so right there showing you what it would look like inside the car from the display. Anytime that LED turns to red, it means I'm being hit. When it's blue, it means it's in defense mode, which means it's ready to defend. When I go under 20 miles an hour, you see it turn yellow. It means it's not defending because it does not need to defend under 20 miles an hour. I'm going to turn back around. It'll tell me exactly when I'm being hit. It'll tell me what gun I'm being hit by. So as we see, we're defending.
Dragon Eye, ahead.
So as you can see there, that's exactly what you will see inside the car, and you'll have the luxury of knowing you're 100% protected. All right, so now we're sitting in the car. Essentially, we have the display for the Escort up here at the top. We have the AO Priority LED right here. It's all in a custom pod. Probably put down the windows to get a little bit more light in here. But that's going to be our pod that we created. That is very OEM. It has a smoked acrylic face on that. That way you cannot see it when it's off. If you're looking under here, we have our controllers for the Escort and for the AO Priority. We also have this magnetic holder that covers the display, power wire, everything like that. So you'd have no idea any of this stuff is installed, right? 100% stealth. I can cut the power to that there, kills power to everything, master power. And now when you're looking at that pod, it just looks like a OEM display here at the top of the car. Everything's perfectly integrated. You have no idea any of this stuff exists in this state, right? So obviously you just saw us utilize the Dragon Eye to test the system, put it through its paces. Obviously this is going to be the hardest gun to defeat. I didn't mention it in shooting, but when we're testing the car, we're testing it in unlimited jamming mode. You would not use this in a normal real life scenario. Essentially you're going to jam to kill rather than jam to the gun. So jamming to kill is essentially when the cop is shooting you, you put it in a mode that when it's first detected that the car is getting hit from the system, that it'll diffuse a signal for about 4 seconds. That 4 seconds is going to give you enough time to slow fully down. That way you're doing the speed limit. Once that 4 seconds is up, cop is going to shoot you and get that signal of how fast you're going. Therefore, he's not going to think anything's on the car because there's enough time that is elapsing to physically get your speed. Where if you just jam to the gun and you're just all the way up to the gun, and he's going to know something's on the car because at no point, even when you're right next to the gun, is he getting a signal. It's normal when the cop is shooting laser, you're quite far away from the gun. You might be 20 seconds, 25 seconds away from the gun in order to approach where the cop is physically shooting. So it's kind of normal to drive at least 4 seconds and not get a signal, depending on the aerodynamics and reflections on the front of the car. So again, even like if the cop's using a Spectre, which is a radar detector, this Escort is pretty much immune to that. So I mean, the cop could be behind you inside the car with the Spectre and it's really not going to pick it up. So you're pretty much good to go on a system like this, where you can be in a state like Virginia or anywhere else. I mean, I moved here from Virginia. I used to install these systems all the time in Virginia. It's really no issue when it comes to being able to be detected, right? Most of the systems we do are from Virginia. And I think if you look up the statistics on the place that has the most radar and laser sales, it's in Texas, which is where it's also illegal. So again, most of the time, this kind of stuff is getting installed in those states. You know, I'm in a state like Delaware where it is fully legal. So, I mean, you can drive around with this stuff double side stuck to your bumper and it's fine. The cop can't do anything about it. But if you want to drive through states like Virginia or anywhere else, or just don't want to get harassed by a cop seeing that you have something on your car, we do it in a stealth format. So, I mean, you could look at this car 100 times, walk around it, you'd never know anything's installed unless I told you and did a video about it. So yeah, I mean, that's basically everything when it comes to the radar and laser side of things. If this is your first video you've seen us do, go ahead and check out the audio version of this job that we did. We did a massive audio system, very OEM plus type system, great equipment, sounds impeccable. Go ahead and check out that video. I'll link it to the end of this. And like always, guys, I appreciate you guys for following me and checking out these videos. It's because of people like you that lets me do jobs like this. So thank you for your trust and letting me do my art and passion within your car to give you something that, you know, you kind of want and desire. If you want to follow the YouTube channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that alert bell notification letting you know anytime we drop a new video. Here's my phone number followed by my email address. These are the 2 best points of contact. Make sure that you check out our Instagram. You know, we'll post a lot of in-progress build pictures before they make it to YouTube or anywhere else. Also TikTok. A lot of times we'll do short video snippets on TikTok showing you the jobs that we're doing before they are released to YouTube. So make sure you follow me on those other socials to get some of that content before it drops to YouTube. Probably the best website for radar and laser is going to be our website, musaicdesign.com/radar. This is where you're going to see a lot of the other vehicles that we've done, how we have addressed them, a lot of the testing videos, a lot of the build logs. If you want to see any kind of anything that we've done, period, ever, it's going to be on that website, including every audio build. So go ahead and check that out. And like always, guys, I appreciate the follow. I appreciate the feedback. And until next time.